Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the second race of the 2018 NRSL Mountain Dew for the Win Cup Series. It's time for a 114 lap race here at Atlanta under the cloudy skies in the state of Georgia for the first speedway race of the year. New package this season, expected to be more tire wear. They're coming in with a bit of a softer compound. It's going to wear a little quicker. And we'll expect to see a lot more strategy. They've also increased some drag, so the cars will be slowing, not be going as fast. So this should be an interesting race here today. Now, as we look at the starting lineup, on the pole for today is the number 6 of Philip Parker. Off a pretty good finish last week, I believe. Looking to do good here today. Alex Gray will start in second place. Austin Alves and Tony Green start in row 2. James Shelley, James Qualls start in row number 3. Matthew McIntyre and TJ Hanley, 2 rookies, will start in row number 4. With Johnny Gardner and Peter Sands in row 5. Gardner, of which was the Speedway winning champion last season with 3 wins at Speedway tracks. Look out for this guy today. He starts 9th. He's on the inside row. Expect this team to try to work their way up through the field today and go for a good finish. Your Daytona 500 winner Andrew Rich starting a little bit back further in the field. Tide sponsoring him for the first time this season. They're expected to be back on the car a lot. He starts a little deep in the field, but he is on the inside row, so they could make something happen here if they can gain some positions early on. But let's go trackside for the command to fire up these engines.
Let's get ready to rumble!
As the cars dive out onto the racing surface. 60 miles an hour pace speed. Last season was a decent race. Winner of the race ended up being a Stewart-Haas racing car. That was the 10 of Alexander Rowe. He's now in the 41 this season. Now, Stewart-Haas Racing started off this season back-to-back wins with Philip Parker, who is on the pole today, in a different team, and then Alexander Rowe in the 10 the next race. So, with that said, will we see either the 9, the 19, or the 29 win here today? Or will it be a different team, and will that trend not start off the same way this season? It's a 114 lap race. It's sure to be a long one, probably going to be here about an hour. So we'll see what happens here today at Atlanta. You can see the grooves are kind of marked out here. Pace car is going to dive down off on the pit road for the first time of the day, maybe the only time, as they hit the restart zone. Green flag is in the air. We are underway at Atlanta. See the cars hit speeds of up to 100 miles an hour, 200 miles an hour down the straightaways before having to slow to about 200. I mean at 180. See 206, look at this, down all the way to about 184 for the 16 team of Austin Alves as he takes the race lead early on here today. Austin Alves ended up not winning any races last season. Actually, no, if memory serves right, he won 1 race near the end of the year. They're looking to go out here today, this year, or today and on, and maybe start the season quickly. Top 30 in points. Do get in the chase. Wins really help you out, as James Shelley clearing for second place. Shelley drove the number 27 car last year to a win at Indianapolis. Could be looking for that second career victory here today. They got some bad luck in the chase last season where honestly there was a bit of a Chevy Ford controversy over whether Ford drivers went to take out Chevy drivers at the end of the first round, and in turn Chevy did the same thing to Ford in the second round. Alex Gray was side by side with the 95 of Matthew McIntyre. He holds on strong with a run off of turn 2. He'll clear the 95. He is now into third place. McIntyre reigns in fourth as DJ Curtis, another three-time winner from last season, has made his way up to fifth. And Alex Gray looking to the inside of the one, can't exactly get it done. And now McIntyre will make a move looking for third place. Speed they get down the straightaway. Really holding these guys single file right now. Top 5 breakaway. Cody Hagan, one of the rookies, and Peter Sands are side by side down the back. Hagan's going to clear him. And now Tony Green on that high line. Side by side with the 12. That's his for 7th position. As Alex Gray has completed the pass for second place on James Shelley. Or am I mistaken? I have become confused. Yes, actually, I believe that was the right thing there. And now Tony Green really working this high line to get by Peter Sands. John Arndt sitting there in 9th, and another rookie, Quentin Moore, in 34, sitting there in 10th. Right now, though, Sands and Green continuously working side by side here around that Atlanta Motor Speedway. Quentin Moore will make his move to the inside of the 48. It looks like the 4's got a better race car than the 12, and he's just managing to hold on to that high line as Cody Hagan joins up to the back of DJ Curtis, a 6-car breakaway right now at the front of the field. Alex Gray in second place after starting in that position. Austin Alves, who started third, currently leads your race as we are about to complete lap 9 of 114. And Shelley now going to make a move to maybe get second position back from Alex Gray. But the run is really good off of turn 2, and Gray will make it back. He'll clear the 1. McIntyre thought about making a move under the 1, but he's going to hold back. Tony Green has cleared the 4. Tony Green has cleared the 12 of Phil Parker. The 12 of Peter Sands. As Deanna Jones has made her way up to 9th. So here's the highest running Dodge driver. Deanna ended up winning at Las Vegas only last season. That race is next week. That is a 94-lap event. And Jones is making a peek under the 12 of Sands. And she can't quite get there. Oops, I paused by accident somehow. Sorry about that. And speaking of drivers, the 9 of John Nunn, a rookie, sitting in 13th behind Johnny Gardner. Gardner started 9th. Remember, he's sitting in 12th. As the front of the field is getting really dicey, there are side by side, and this is allowing these guys in the back here to catch up, as there is a bit of a split behind the 26 of Mark Riggleman back to the 27 of James Qualls, as Philip Parker has dropped to 17th place. 2 dewalt cars here, the 20 and the 02. Jessica Shelton running in 19th after last week running out of gas. She could not get down due to cars being on her inside. Now she's going to go 3 wide here This is for 17th place, battling with Hartnett and Parker, who, since getting the pole, continues to drop positions. And the drivers have done a really good job of keeping this race clean. Now, the pit window should be somewhere around 31 to 35 laps. It might be a little bit bigger and longer than that. I'm not 100% on that. But Shelton makes a move up to 17th. She'll be behind the 27 Walls as the top 15 are in a giant pack. Curtis falling positions as Gray and Alves continue to maintain 1-2. Alves in the lead. McIntyre battling side by side with Shelley with teammate Hagan on the bottom. Jones is going to make it 3 wide. It was almost 3 wide. Now they're back 2 wide. She gets underneath the 8. Johnny Gardner there behind Peter Sands. That's 2 Fords working together. Shelley still battling hard with McIntyre. This is letting the top 2 pull away. But Deanna Jones seems to have a really strong car. Trying to give Dodge a back-to-back wins. John Nunn, a rookie in the back, trying to kickstart his career. Actually driving the Mountain Dew kickstart car. McIntyre will clear the 1. And now Hagan is going to clear his teammate on the high line as Jones moves to the high line, trying to get around the 1. This is for 5th place. And right now it looks like the high line maybe gets a little stronger the more the tires wear. And Shelley is going to lose 5th place to the 29 of Deanna Jones, who's been making her way through the field. Hagan now in 4th, McIntyre in 3rd. 2 rookies in the top 5. As Hagan will make a move looking underneath the 95, but Gray and Alves continue to pull away. As we look through our ticker, Joshua Osborne, another rookie, he's in 11th. Seth Cole 18th, Sorlin 19th. Parker now last time by dropped to 21st. And here's the back of the field in the 03 of Charles Sanford. Appears to maybe have dropped a cylinder or something. He is at the very back of the field. He is 22 seconds off pace. Not sure if the 03 got spun and it didn't bring out a yellow or what the case is, but he is all the way in the back here. Running lap time's about a second off pace, so he could be lapped very shortly. Eli Bright, another rookie. Cole Deaver also in the back. Diego Yepes. TJ Hanley has dropped from, I think, 8th place all the way back here. There's champion Caleb Hoffman, defending champion that is. Not starting out his season the way he wanted. There's the 22 teams replacement, Sam Oskin. There's Kev Shearer, another rookie. Red Bull Audi Racing not having a good start. There's truck champ Philip Goldberg. You go through the back of the field. There's defending race winner Alexander Rowe. Alex Ferranti in the 88 going 3 wide here. That's with Andrew Rich and Dylan Young. Parker seems to have stabilized in 21st. As Qualls leads the string of cars from 16th on back that are trying to reunite with this pack. As Deanna Jones has made her way by Cody Hagan while we were looking at other drivers. Now working the inside lane on Matthew McIntyre. Just can't seem to get it going. She's going to stay on the bottom. Hagan's going to look high, trying to get maybe a run off the corner as Alves approaches the 03 of Charles Sanford. Now how will they deal with lap traffic? It's just one car. Alves had to slow down a little extra in the middle of 1 and 2. But it's really clear that Sanford has either spun or something, because they went right by the 03. And now Deanna Jones is going to use the 03 as a pick to get by the 95. And now Deanna Jones up to third place. And Matthew McIntyre has nowhere to go. And now they're going to put the 03 up high, 3 wide. DJ Curtis, Tony Green trying to find ways to get around here. It's Joshua Osborne up to 10th place. Gardner sits in 11th, Nunn 12th. Arndt has fallen to 15th. As Seth Cole has moved up to 17th, passing the 02 of Jessica Shelton. And that is basically your top 20 there. Austin Alves continuing to lead as Deanna Jones closes it in on the back of Alex Gray from third place. Well, let's take a look at our lap times as times have now fallen off a 2.5 seconds from tire wear. DJ Curtis with the best time, Alex Gray second, Alves third, McIntyre fourth, and Shelley fifth. Deanna Jones is up there in 7th. And she started in the pack, so what does that 29 car truly have under the hood? As you can see, the 03 with the 28.4. So apparently the 03 car starts out, must have had a cylinder go down or something, so that car is bound to blow up eventually. They're just riding around here trying to hang on in case a yellow comes out, takes some competition out. And it looks like the pit frequency is earlier than we thought. As Alves, Gray, and Jones, the top 3, will come down to pit road. Cody Hagan stays out. Actually, some other cars pit a lap earlier. As we'll watch them go down pit road here, 45 miles an hour. And here's where the tire strategy really breaks in. The top 3 all came down. And there's Cody Hagan leading down a secondary group. Deanna Jones outside, out of her pit stall. Everybody else coming down this third time around. Alves will get out of his stall. Gray is going to have to wait a bit, it seems, and Gray is having a bad pit stop. Alves will lead out, and there's Gray coming out now. Probably had to wait for somebody. Ooh, in contact with the 19 of Zach Rogers. And this could be the big thing, is coming out of pit road side by side is a bad idea. And there's TJ Hanley. And there's Johnny Gardner. Gardner is up to third, and he pit a lap before the top 2 here. As Alves will resume as race leader. So with a 27 to 29 lap window, these guys are going to have to pit 4 times. Except if they go 29 laps each, they should make it. But if they only go 27 laps each run, they will not make it. As Deanna Jones is going to easily make her way by Austin Alves for the race lead first time today. Johnny Gardner is up here in third. Now remember, this car pit 1 lap before the 2 in front of him, so his tires could wear early. He could end up slowly faltering back, but the draft should keep him in range. But this is your top 3 as they run. Sanford still the only one a lap down. 4th place belongs to Peter Sands. We see Shelley's in 5th. Osborne, Green, Young, and Cody Hagan rounding out 6th to 9th. So Dylan Young had made an impressive pit stop, I guess. And now rounding out the top 10 right now is the 34 of Quentin Moore. TJ Hanley was another car that stopped early. And because of it, he has found himself all the way up in 12th place. He was outside the top 30. Like the 32 though, his tires will wear a lap earlier. He could end up just slowly faltering back, but pitting early might have been the right call for this team, as they started 8th in position but faltered back to 36th. Jessica Shelton's up here, Curtis, Zorlin, Riggleman, Zach Rogers, Alex Gray, and Seth Cole. As you saw, Gray with a bad pit stop falls from 2nd to just inside the top 20. And there's 20th place, the 83 of Nate Rogers. There's your 500 winner, Andrew Rich. There is Charles Sand for the 03, still off a cylinder. So that 03 team still gonna be in the way for most of the race. John Nunn dropped from like 10th to 35th. There's Philip Parker from the pole to 37th. And Hoffman and Amato. Deanna Jones leads Austin out. You can see Gardner starting to lose a little distance. That tire where we talked about it is kicking in slowly but surely. And we'll see how much ground the 8 of Cody Hagan ends up gaining throughout this run. We're going to take a step aside for a little break, and we'll be back with more action from Atlanta. Welcome back to Atlanta Motor Speedway. We are on lap 44 of 114. We'll hit 70 to go at the line next time by. Deanna Jones is still your race leader. Nothing changing within the top 3. Alves is in 2nd. Gardner in 3rd. Still starting to lose due to that tire wear. The draft is helping him keep in range, which could maybe benefit him in getting a win. 4th place is James Shelley, who's started to pull away. Peter Sands is in 5th. Osborne, Young, and Hagan 3 wide, as Tony Green has fallen back. 28.7 lap time last time by. Not sure if there's an issue with the 4 car now. But Cody Hagan trying to get those those little bit fresher tires to work out and help himself here. But Shelley and Sands 4th and 5th, pulling away from those guys. That's your top 5 right there. No rookies inside of it. Look at the field back here. Shelton up to 14th. Remember, we said Hanley also pit with Gardner. He's fallen to 17th. Trying to stay with this pack, maybe get that draft help to stay at maybe a shot. Andrew Rich is up to 20th place. Diego Yepes is in 29th. We see Ferranti back here. Arndt has fallen to 32nd. There's Parker in 35th. Nunn in 36th. Everything else pretty quiet. Hoffman, Amato running around at the back of the field. But yeah, Jones still leads it. Shelley looks to be gaining ground. 4.68 last time by. So Shelley could be trying to gain some ground, and when they come into pit, pitting by yourself helps you a lot better than pitting in a group. Allows you to slow down a little later. Slam on the brakes a little more. But Shelley pulling away from Peter Sands. So the one appears to have saved his stuff and is now making his charge. But Sands starting to fall back. Here comes Hagan now. Remember, Hagan with a lap fresher tires than all the guys around him. One of those rookie drivers trying to play it at strategy. They led a lap or 2. Now they're trying to get back up close into the top 5. As pit stop should occur yet again in about 5 to 7 laps. The first one to go down should be the 32 of Johnny Gardner. Hagan trying to look low on Peter Sands. not having much luck. Young sits in 7th. Osborne in 8th, excuse me. McIntyre 9th, and the Daytona 500 pole sitter Mark Riggleman sits in 10th. Alex Gray has made his way back up to 12th. Here's the rest of your top 20 right there. But Hanley holding on to 17th. He should also be coming down right away. As the leaders are passing Charles Sanford yet again. Now it looks like Gardner got held up decently. He's lost the draft of the top 2. Shelley pulling in right behind the 0-3. That's going to maybe hurt him a bit. And there he goes. He's going to duck to the inside. Sanford's running, looks to be a cylinder down. So Sanford's going to fall 2 laps down. Hagan's still all over the back end of Sands at the end of this run. Now he makes another move. Now he has to think back of it again as they catch the 0-3. But Gardner should be the first one to dive down, so we're going to watch the 32. Him and TJ Hanley were the 2 that pit early. It seems to have paid off. That's James Shelley now right behind the 32 car. And it looks like late in the run is when the tires really start to shred. Shelley's going to go by for 3rd place on Johnny Gardner. Gardner's going to be able to get a little bit of a run off the high line. Middle line there. Shelley has not cleared the 32 yet. And there he's clear, as we can clearly see. Lap 55 of 114. Coming around. Nobody has made any signs of pitting yet. Jones still leads Austin Alves. Alves has not lost any ground, as it looked like maybe some cars were down pit road, unless I am imagining things. Deanna Jones continues to lead. And here it is, Gardner diving off the racetrack to commence the 2nd round of green flag pit stops. TJ Hanley does not come down with him this time, but Quentin Moore does. That's the teammate to the 32 car. So Gardner and Moore come down pit road. And we could see the pit stops spread out a little more. Deanna Jones is actually going to stay out a lap. And here it is, Sands, Young. Here comes Group 2. Osborne's coming down. Sanford's 2 laps down. Alex Gray also makes the way down pit road. TJ Hanley and others see big packs of cars coming down here. So that is Group 2. And here comes Jones, Alves, and Shelley, who had caught up to the top 2. They are all going to come down pit road. Riggleman and McIntyre stay out. Hagan's actually going to pit this time with Shelton, Nate Rogers, Hartnett. They all stay out. So Jones will pit. Mark Riggleman gets to lead a lap. And there goes Johnny Gardner, getting his lap back. So Riggleman, McIntyre, and some others staying out an extra lap. So these guys are going to lose a lot of positions right away, but they will get to gain them back throughout the course of the run. And here they go, Riggleman, McIntyre. There's Shelton. Sanford's coming back down. Something might be wrong with the 03. Yep, they can't seem to get it fueled. He's just turning right out of his pit stall. So the 03 is most likely going to run out of gas here at some point. There's Alex Gray with Quentin Moore. You can see how much faster they're going through the corners. There's Cody Hagan. Shelley Alves. Look at this. Sands and Young are here with the 16 in the 1 car. Dicing through, trying to gain some spots. But Deanna Jones is gone, but Johnny Gardner is in the race lead. So Gardner's strategy pays off. And that 03 has an issue. They can't seem to fuel a race car. But Johnny Gardner to the race lead, looking for career win number 4, first win of the season. Deanna Jones is in second. She's got 2-lap pressure tires, so expect her to slowly close in on the 32. But this will help the 32 team get some bonus points. Big question will be when Sanford runs out of gas. He is now 3 laps down. But as you can see, Jones is already 3/10 faster than the 32 car. And here's your pack from 3rd to 7th. So Alves now has to fight for this. So does Shelley, as Sands and Young are up here. They pit 1 lap before. Hagen's down to 8th place now. Gray 9th and Moore 10th. Curtis sits in 11th. Moore, remember, also pit with the 32, so he's going to be eaten up here. And there it is. The 03 has finally run out of gas. Now, will this bring out a caution flag is the question. Right now, no lights are on. (31-24), 31, 21, and 14 are at the back of the field there. And the 03 will make it into pit road. Turns in, and now they will actually get to fuel the 03. I do not know what their issue was beforehand, but TJ Hanley has fallen to 21st, so his strategy seemed to have worked a little bit because they were back in 36th earlier in the race. Andrew Rich has found himself up to 13th. And there it is, Deanna Jones making the move on the 32 of Johnny Gardner. And Gardner will lose the lead. Oh no, he's going to fight back on that middle lane. He's going to try and get a bit of a run. That should do it. Under 50 laps to go here at Atlanta. Deanna Jones is your race leader. We'll take another step aside, possibly for the second and last time. And then we'll be back to broadcast to you the finish of this race. We are back here at Atlanta with 40 laps of racing remaining. Drivers should only have to pit one more time, and then they should be able to go green to the finish. Deanna Jones is your race leader still, and surprisingly, Johnny Gardner is not fading away into existence, into non-existence. He is still sitting here in second, hanging on for dear life with that draft help. But he might get swallowed up soon because Joshua Osborne and James Shelley are racing towards them. Peter Sands, Dylan Young, and Austin Alves also kind of closing in. Sands and Young pit a lap earlier than Alves, Shelley, and Osborne, so that could be why they are starting to fall and lose some ground. But Shelley and Osborne are going to maybe get up here. Oh yeah, they're closing in. That's your top 7. Hagan is still in 8th with Gray in 9th. Quentin Moore is 10th. Remember, he also pit the same lap as Johnny Gardner. TJ Curtis 11th. Zach Rogers 12th. Andrew Rich, your 500 winner in 13th. McIntyre 14th. Flickinger's up to 15th. Sorlin 16th. And Riggleman 17th. So those are the top drivers as they are going to catch Caleb Hoffman, your defending champion here at some point. He's running by himself as Johnny Gardner is starting to lose ground as Dylan Young making a move on Peter Sands, and he's going to think better of it, I guess. But there it is. Gardner is starting. The tire wear has hit in. That 2-lap difference is going to take Gardner away from the leader. And now it'll depend how fast Osborne and Shelley can get by the 32. As Jones is just going to kind of slowly pull away into the lead here. But Jones trying to do what Stuart Haas Racing did, and that is give their manufacturer 2 straight wins to start the season with 2 different drivers. Deanna Jones went to victory lane with Andrew Rich last week in Daytona. They are in a dating relationship, have been for a while. So Andrew might be the one walking the victory lane this time around if Deanna can hold on after this last round of green flag pit stops. 34 laps to go that time at the line. These drivers need to go about 8 more laps if they're going to make it to the finish, as Osborne is going to be the first look to the inside of Gardner. That's for 2nd place. Shelley moving around on the outside line, keeping draft to the 32. This could, if Shelley was in the Dodge, I'd say he's trying to keep the 70 from getting by the 32, but I do not know why, but Shelley is holding his line behind the 32 of Gardner, as giving Gardner a 3-car pull and push draft. But the 70 is not going anywhere. He's holding on to that bottom line. That could be the difference of tires. And there it is. Shelley's going to make the move to the inside of Gardner as Osborne clears for 2nd place. The highest rookie in the field right now is the 70 car, as Shelley is going to easily pull by the 32 for 3rd place. Peter Sands is now up to 4th. Or is that 5th? That's 5th. I'm sorry. Sands 5th, Young 6th, Alves is 7th, as Hagan has really fallen to 8th. Oh no, wait, they were always the top 7. Never mind. Quentin Moore is in 10th place, somehow hanging on here. Gray's back up to 9th. And there's Caleb Hoffman. Michael Amato. These cars Amato might have some damage because he was racing up here with this group right here, but now he is not. Either tires or something. Actually, he's running the same times as Sanford, so another Chevy mechanical issue. This time hitting the 24 team of Amato. So 24 car might actually be the one hit first, not the 14. Jones in the lead now. Osborne right behind in 2nd place. Shelley sits there in 3rd. And Osborne's going to make his first move up today for the race lead. And he can't quite get underneath the 29. Remember, entering pit road first is big. And Osborne's actually going to be pitting first. Here he comes right at the top of the cycle. He comes down to pit road. Hoffman comes in a lap earlier ahead of him. Dylan Young's down pit road too. Here come the moves, more Rogers. These are the moves to give you the biggest gain on free traffic as you can. So Osborne is the first one to do it. Now, does Jones come by this lap? Yes, she is. Shelley is going to stay out to be the leader. As Deanna Jones comes down, Alves will stay out as well. Sands comes in. Hagen, Gray, Sorlin, those are the first 5 of this group. Oh, and Jones is going to have to wait for Seth Cole, and that could hurt her big time. You gain and lose the most time on pit road. Shelley's going to be coming in this time by. Austin Alves is coming in. Yep, these guys right here, they're all coming in. Nate Rogers is going to stay out with Emmanuel Hartnett. These guys will have the freshest tires when they get back on the racetrack. Nate trying to just gets his bonus point here. But him and Hartnett will be coming down. They should be the last guys to pit. And there's Gardner. Gardner's at the back of these cars here. So Gardner, the top driver yet again. Osborne's there behind him in second. Where's the 29 of Deanna Jones? Oh yes, see, she lost ground because of that pit stop hold up. She's down to 4th behind Dylan Young, who's up to 3rd. The field has been greatly spaced out on these last pit stops. And Johnny Gardner is the race leader once more as he makes a move to the inside of Amato. .25 to go, that time by at the line. And Gardner can't get to the inside of the 24. That's going to hurt him. That's really going to hurt him. He just ran his fastest lap last time by and he can't get by a lap car. Osborne sits in 2nd place. He is the closest driver who could catch Johnny Gardner. Dylan Young 3rd. Jones is in 4th. Shelley's 5th all by himself. Sands, Moore, Zach Rogers, Hagen, that's 6th to 9th. And Alves is in 10th place. Gray, Sorlin, Flickinger, Andrew Rich, Seth Cole, Hanley, Riggleman, Rowe, Yepes, and Shelton is your top 20. And Osborne is losing ground on Gardner. He has draft pulling him in front of him. That could be the difference here. Even though Osborne has the fresher tires, Gardner has draft. And he pulls away almost another 2/10 that lap. But for how much longer will Gardner have this draft? And that could be the main reason he's hanging on to these 2 guys here, Shearer and Amato. Hoffman has the same tires as Gardner does. So if Gardner can just draft his way up to Hoffman, he could be home free. Oh, but there it is. You can see he's really starting to lose it. Osborne loses another 1/10.5 as Shelton gets by Dylan Young. She is on a mission. She'll get up to 3rd. I don't think Dylan Young's going to hold her back. A caution would really benefit the 29ers. There's Sanford going down. DJ Curtis is on pit road. Looks like a mechanical issue for the 17, or he got held up earlier. Gardner has lost the draft, but Osborne is not going anywhere. 1.84 second lead for Gardner. 20 to go last time by. It'll be 19 to go this time by. Gardner gains another 2/10. Let's go around the track a lap with the 32 car. That's a lap around Atlanta with Johnny Gardner, who increases his lead another 10th. Gardner doesn't even really have to draft Michael Amato anymore. Osborne just can't go anywhere, and Jones and Young are drafting their way up to the 70. A caution is the number one thing everybody but the 32 wants to see, as this race has gone caution free. There's Hoffman. Remember, the 14's on the same tires as the 32. And it looks like Sanford's having fueling issues again. So if anything brings out the yellow, it could be this 03 car. Gardner, despite pitting so much earlier than the 70, it must be something either with a tire strategy or something, because the 70 has just not been gaining any ground at all. You see Dylan Young now definitely losing ground to Deanna Jones. And Jones is going to be the one to move up to second place, it seems. And she is gaining a lot of ground. She can get by Qualls. And there's Sanford running out of gas on the apron yet again. And this time he is not going to make it back to pit road. I don't know if running out on the apron will bring out a yellow flag, though. If Jones is going to make a move for second place, now would be the perfect time to do so. And there it is. There's the move. This is for second. There's Sanford slowing down off turn 2 on the apron. Deanna Jones will clear Osborne for second place. Osborne will fall back down in the third as Dylan Young comes off the corner in fourth. 12 laps to go. Sanford still wiggling around 11 miles an hour on the back straightaway. Nowhere close to traffic. This 03 team is 13 laps down. Curtis is 6 down. And Deanna Jones is flying. 1.73 seconds, the ticker says. They'll be coming to 10 to go. Johnny Gardner might not be out of the woods yet. Remember, those cars behind him do have fresher tires. Sanford is stopped on the track. And I do not see a yellow flag. We're going to wait to see the 03 pop up, and no yellow will come out. So this race will go green to the end. Now Jones needs to continue to pull away while also getting the draft of Osborne. 1.37 seconds is the gap. Gardner thought he was probably home free, but that tire wear is really kicking in. Shelton's getting the push draft, which is what she needs. 3 more tenths off the difference. Osborne and Young are side by side, though. She needs their draft. But now she might be getting draft off the 32, and she is flying up here to the 32. what was thought to be costly pit strategy due to the 42 being to her driver's side, trying to get into her stall. It might not be over yet. 8 laps remain, and the distance is down another 4.5 tenths for Deanna Jones. Osborne and Young are fighting side by side for third. And this has become a race. Jones is there. Remember, Gardner has about 2 lap older tires here on this 32 machine. And now I think he's the one that wants the caution. 3 more tenths off. And Osborne and Young are gaining ground too now. Even Osborne, who was losing about 2 seconds over that last run. DJ Curtis is right behind him. He's 6 laps down. But Jones, Deanna Jones, is all over the back bumper of this 32 car with 6 laps remaining. And there's the move. Here it goes for the race lead. Jones, Gardner. Jones with the advantage. Gardner gets the run down off turn 2. He has to brake a lot more, and Jones will clear Johnny Gardner for the race lead into turn 3. And coming to 5 to go, Deanna Jones resumes the race lead. Shelley is in 5th place, Sands 6th, Hagen 7th, Alves 8th, Alex Gray 9th, and Zach Flickinger's into the top 10. And Quentin Moore is holding up Zach Rogers. But Dodge is gonna do what we thought was out the window. 4 laps to go now. Yellow flag flies. This race will end. But Jones got shot out of a cannon right as Gardner's tires hit their worn point. Now DJ Curtis, he's making a move up here. Remember, he's laps down though. He's got the freshest tires of the field right now besides the 03. He's going to go by Gardner. Young's still sitting here in 3rd, Osborne in 4th. Not sure if Gardner will get 2nd or if he'll fall back some more. But Deanna Jones will come off of turn 4, coming to 2 to go. As the 84 is down pit road, that's Nico Tringali. It looks like some cars might be short on gas. Oh no, it's a tire failure for the 84 car. Tough break for that team. They're still probably going to get 40th though, since the 17 and the 03 are so many laps down. Jones knows the 17's faster. She's just trying to hold them off until they get to that white flag. 1 more lap to go here at Atlanta. You can see the wear of the tires all the way down to 166 miles an hour. Rowe will get the fastest lap award. But as they come through turns 3 and 4, there you see Curtis really right on her back bumper. He's just going to sit here and finish 41st. And Deanna Jones will win at Atlanta. And Andrew Rich is going to have to walk to victory lane instead of driving to it this week. But Deanna Jones with an impressive win. Dylan Young gets 2nd. Just barely over Gardner. Joshua Osborne 4th, Shelley 5th, Cody Hagen gets 6th, Alf 7th, Peter Sands 8th, Flickinger 9th, and Alex Gray will round out the top 10. So that was a very, very eventful race, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the race here from Atlanta. Next week, we head to Las Vegas for 94 laps of racing. That will be the second intermediate race of the season. So I will see you all for Las Vegas. I hope you enjoyed the race here today. And I will see you guys next time. What a great green flag race it was. Peace out.